All right. LDWMMAC. This is your boy, Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live with the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show Live. Okay, guys, I've got a couple of things going down on this video that I kind of observed. You guys, please excuse me because it's raining and I'm just haven't had time to put out videos because I've been working so much and been doing a lot of work. So I just ain't had the physical time to do it, but I'm trying to catch up on stories. I know people have been asking me, give my breakdown on certain fights. So I will definitely, get that stuff done, and you guys can actually see, what I see. Here's the thing, man. First of all, I got one observation, a couple things about this fight. Has anybody noticed why is Bellator competing with the UFC? Like, why are they competing? They're going at the same time. Like, did anybody think about trying to schedule this fight? Because they knew that Dana White was going to try to mess this up. Okay, they knew it. Like, there was no way. And me personally, I don't think that Bellator can compete with viewership with the UFC, not especially on ESPN. And it's a fight night, okay? So you got, pay-per-view MMA versus free MMA, or if you got a, ESPN, or you got your sports app, or you just whatever you got. Okay, people are gonna be more inclined to go to ESPN. Like it's like, I don't know. And this fight, for some reason, man, this Cyborg Bud fight, me personally, I didn't feel like it was heavily promoted. I mean, I talked about it on my channel. I think a few other MMA channels talked about it, but I just didn't see a whole lot of promotion with this fight, and it kind of had me thinking, like, man, what's going on here? Like, what's really going on with the fight promotion of this particular fight? I couldn't see it. I kind of thought, I was seeing things. I'm like, damn. They really not talking about the Cyborg fight that much, are they, And, no. But, unfortunately, the problem with the zone, y'all, and I think people, they probably need to go ahead and hear this now. The problem with the zone is you're trapped. You're trapped. You're trapped on the app. Hold on, buddy. Let the coach get on through here. Y'all see I'm trying to get on now. Boy, people stupid. Hey, but on the zone, you're physically trapped in the app. So, I mean, is the fight going to get out on mainstream media? I mean, no, unless guys like me, we talk about it. Chris Cyborg been talking about it on her channel. But, I mean, that's it. So that's strike one with the zone. And, of course, I'm going to watch the fight because Chris is on the zone. But I just see this DAZN being a huge hindrance to MMA if, you're in competition with ESPN. And, of course, ESPN, you got some of the free prelims on ESPN. And I think even on Bellator, they let you watch some of the early prelims early. But the thing of it is, though, ESPN, UFC on ESPN, they're promoting it. You see advertisements, when you're looking at SportsCenter, that it's going to come on. You're seeing all kind of ads. So it's kind of like, okay, that this is going down. But, with DAZN and Bellator, you really don't know. Unless you're a diehard fan, that's the only way you know that there's a fight. Okay, that's out the way. Now, when I looked at this weigh-in, I noticed the size discrepancy between Chris Cyborg and Julia Budd. Julia Budd is just a physically bigger person than Chris Cyborg. Julia Budd is very, very strong. I'm going to tell you right up front, okay? This is what Julia Budd's strategy is going to be. Okay, this is what she's going to do. Julia Budd, they're going to come in and they're going to try to bully Chris Cyborg against the octagon cage. Now, for those of y'all that follow MMA, y'all know that this strategy isn't going to work. They're going to take a little page out of Holly Holm book. They're probably not going to look at too much of Amanda Nunes, or they'll probably try to throw a leg kick to try to get Chris really to go at him. That's what they're going to do. Either try to throw a leg kick. Now, Julia Budd has some pretty decent kicks. Her body kick is pretty good, but that's what they're going to do, okay? They'll do that, and then what happens is they think Chris Cyborg is going to lose composure, charge at him, and then they're going to try to hit Chris with some kind of nullifying, debilitating shot. Okay, Chris Cyborg, she makes pretty good adjustments. And, I think Chris has made the necessary adjustments, okay? They're going to take excerpts from the Felicia Spencer fight. They're going to see, what kind of errors Chris made in that fight. But they're going to try the whole bullying tactic. The thing of that is, though, see, it don't work because you got to understand when you carry muscle mass around like that, you got good and bad. The good about the muscle mass is that you can have a strength advantage over your opponent. The bad is that your cardio suffers, your stamina is going to suffer, and also, too, your muscle fatigue is a lot higher. Okay, you're going to fatigue a whole lot faster than you normally would because of the muscle mass. And see, Chris What she did, she made Holly Holm burn her arms out. That's what Holly Holm was doing. All that clinching and doing that, Chris was relaxing. Okay, it's a very, very good strategy, and it worked. It worked to the point where Chris, just kind of did her own thing. She kind of did her own thing, and it worked out. Felicia Spencer, she tried to go that route for a little bit, but Felicia Spencer got smart, and she stopped trying to because Felicia was going to burn her arms out. And so that's something that Felicia Spencer wasn't really interested in doing. So Felicia Spencer, she stopped. And she started trying to fight and kick Chris, and she tried to fight Chris in the clinch, but she stopped trying to bully Chris around the octagon. Okay, and I think Felicia Spencer caught on to it. Holly Holm didn't catch on to it. And then Chris was able to wear Holly Holm down throughout the fight. I mean, it's common sense. It's perfect common sense. Okay? And see, what Chris they're going to do is Julia Budd, they're going to have this perception that Chris Cyborg can't wrestle. They're going to have this perception that Chris Cyborg isn't, very good on the ground. They're going to have that perception, and they're going to try all of this stuff. But to no avail, it's not going to work. It's not going to work for them. It will not work for them because, Chris Cyborg, to me, is more skillful than Julia Budd. And Julia Budd, she damn sure not going to try to strike, okay? She's not going to try to stand with Chris Cyborg. That would be suicidal. And to get into a chess match with the better striker, better foot movement, it's suicide. It's complete suicide on the feet. So that's Julia Budd. That's going to be her strategy. That's her plan of action. Okay? She ain't going to be able to do nothing else, y'all. She won't be able to do anything else. That's it. That's all she got. Okay? And if she get lucky, she can catch, throw a kick in there, and maybe, just maybe, something might land. But they're prepared for that, man. And you look at Chris training videos, they're preparing for all of Julia Budd's weapons. And, if all you do is you prepare for a person's weapons, then, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that you're going to be prepared for them. Okay, but I'm telling you, that's their strategy. They don't have a plan B, y'all. They don't have a plan B. This ain't Arlene Blenko, I like Arlene Blenko. Arlene Blenko took Julia Budd to the limit and made Julia Budd work both fights. And actually, I think Arlene Blenko got robbed. If you ask me. But, it's going to be a different animal. Chris Cyborg ain't going to be, she ain't going to be timid. She's not going to be, trying to just get in there with one or two shots. Chris Cyborg going to come in there, and she's going to try to throw a kitchen sink, okay? She's going to try to throw a kitchen, and she's going to pick Julia Budd apart. She's going to wear her down. And then when Julia Budd gets to the point where she can physically no longer do anything else, then what's going to happen is Chris Cyborg is going to put Julia Budd out of her misery. Okay, Chris Cyborg don't look to go to decision. She don't look for it. Okay, you've had a few fighters, and Chris, she slowed down. She slowed down, in her later years, and and she's going to retire, in a matter of years. But she's not going to look to take this to the judges. She's not going to do it. Okay, she's going to get in, and then when Julia Budd begins to tire, then Chris is going to put her in a clinch. Okay, and people always talk about Julia Budd's Muay Thai. They talk about this. They talk about, Chris Cyborg has very good Muay Thai, and she's faced the best Muay Thai practitioner in the world. And I got to say right now, that's Dorina Jojo Bars. And Chris took a lot from that experience. Her striking improved immensely off of that experience. This is what I see. I don't know if Julia Budd is confident. Okay? I don't know. Chris, it's kind of crazy. Chris is just like chilling. Like Chris is like chilling. Like she doing, I don't know, like it's just she's really overly relaxed. And when she's like that, that's usually a good sign. Okay? When she's overly relaxed. When Chris is doing a whole lot of extra stuff, I don't know, man. I don't get the same vibe. But, with this, Chris Cyborg is kind of, she just chilling. She relaxed, man. She in a happy place. And when you get Chris in a happy place, man, that's when a knockout happens. Yeah, man, she ain't got a care in the world, man. She got the money she want, and she been wanting a piece of Julia Budd for years, man. And they generally, they actually don't like each other. Okay, they don't. Chris don't like Julia Budd because Julia Budd made all those statements about the steroids and, all this stuff. So Chris Cyborg really got something that she want to do against Julia Budd. And I don't think she's going to come in reckless. I think Chris is going to slowly just put the pressure on Julia Budd, cut off the octagon, make Julia Budd work for it, and then she's going to go in there and not Julia, but smooth the PG-13 channel out.